Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here. Between the Arizona Cardinals.
Andy Isabella.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Seattle Seahawks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself a better chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Murray's pass.
Out now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
On the return, Isabella. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good game.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. On first down, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On third down, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there's good coverage there.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jabal Sheard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now it's Peterson. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, They look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, and this is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Cardinals first down.
Murray now on first down. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're...
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 10,
DeAndre Hopkins. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up
ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
they go with Chubb on 2nd down. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
At the 24-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for DeAndre.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22.
To throw again, Murray. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Murray's pass.
DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the returns, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
22-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
They run again with Carson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Chris Carson.
The 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Wilson.
And 3.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
To Chris Carson.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The score, Cardinals 28, Seahawks 13.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And the catch made by Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this This is going to be caught. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Goal at the 5-yard.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a gain of a yard.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Lining up for the extra.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson will throw again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's That's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
They run it again with Chubb. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold?
Holding offense. Don't walk out here, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll try again with Chubb. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Murray. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
1st down, Cardinals.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Complete to number 10.
DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
more often than maybe people realize. So adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And Olsen over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing again here, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Jason Myers.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A run for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to